Yo, it's your boy Eli, and it's the E&Kidd podcast. And today, man, we're talking about Micheal Thomas. And will he be able to return to form this season and be, once again, one of the best wide receivers in the game? But before I get into the video, you guys got to make sure to hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and also share the video. You guys doing all this thing just helps us in the YouTube algorithm to push the video to more people so they're able to see the content you have just saw, and it just tremendously helps our channel grow. Now, back to the video. Like I was saying before, we're talking about Micheal Thomas returning to the form he was before. Now, obviously, I made a Jameis Winston video. If you guys want to see that, I'll, put it down, link in the description below how I feel about Jameis Winston and the Saints moving forward. But obviously, at one point, I believe this was 2 years ago. This before he had the ankle injuries. Drew Brees was still playing. He obviously broke the all-time receiving yards in the season. In a single season, I believe it was 1,700 receiving yards, which is pretty amazing. At the time, obviously it hasn't broken again, but before, I think Cooper Kupp broke it again this season, but it was more games, obviously. So not saying it's not as impressive, but at the time, Micheal Thomas held the record, and people consider him to be, if not the best wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the game. Now, obviously, I know you Saints fans are thinking, I'm hopeful. You guys are hopeful because obviously you want to have a good season, and Micheal Thomas helps with you guys having a good season. So the first thing you come in is like, oh man, Micheal Thomas, he's coming back, man. First couple of games, man, he's gonna put on. He's gonna have 100-some yards, maybe a 200-yard game, 150-yard game, 2 touchdowns a game. He's gonna really help us, man. Him and Jameis. I mean, it's not Drew Brees, but Micheal Thomas, he can play with anybody. He did with Teddy Bridgewater, so I know him and Jameis gonna have a connection. Is they gonna put on? But you guys gotta have realistic expectations for Micheal Thomas. He basically hasn't played football in over a year. I mean, was almost 2 years now. He's most certain to play. I mean, the starting for week 1, he should be healthy throughout the season. Hopefully, nothing happens to him. Obviously, he's been dealing with some hamstring issues in practice, but besides all that, he hasn't played in so long. So he's gonna obviously have to get back into football playing shape, because once you haven't played football in a long time, it's different. You're not getting them same hard hits, you're not having a cornerback guard you, so you got to get used to all of that once again. Not saying Micheal Thomas can't overcome that, but it's going to take him a little bit to get ingrained into the offense where he's comfortable once again as the player he used to be. Also, the Saints are not going to rush this process. They're not going to be like, all right, week 1, let's just throw Micheal Thomas out there. He's obviously going to start, and he's just going to, every single down or most of the downs, he's going to play. They're probably going to, feature him, but not feature him as big as they would usually do if he was, he didn't play in a while. He's been the Micheal Thomas we all know and love. So it's just going to be, all right, they're going to play, maybe run a couple plays for him, get him back into the swing of things. I'm expecting maybe after a few weeks, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 weeks or so, you should start seeing him show flashes of the greatness he once had. And then maybe by the end of the season, bam, Micheal Thomas is completely back. The Saints are in the playoffs, and like, man, Micheal Thomas, he looks like one of the best wide receivers again. Obviously, that's what I kind of think was going to happen with Micheal Thomas. I think he's going to have a slow start to the season. And as the season goes, he just gets better and better and better. And then hopefully at the end of the season, he will return to form. If not, these things take time. Maybe if not this season, the next season, he will be the player that he once was. That's pretty much it for the video. You guys gotta make sure to hit the like button, comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think I'm wrong and Micheal Thomas is just gonna come out blazing strong like he was when he first played before any of these injuries? And he's like, whoa, back to Micheal Thomas, one of the best wide receivers again. Or do you agree with me that Micheal Thomas is gonna be brought into the offense slowly? They're gonna work with him to, just get back into the swing of things, just make him comfortable again to where he was at before. And you guys gotta make sure to subscribe